30 minutes north of Ann Arbor, about 30 minutes east of Lansing. So we're like right smack in the middle of everything there. And then we have another campus located in Detroit on Collinwood Street at the Durfee Innovation Society. So those who are not interested on being on campus and just want to take online courses, or just want to don't want to really kind of travel to the main campus, are able to use the Detroit campus as well. We do have a computer lab and those kind of things there for those students who can't afford housing or those kind of things. So main campus is on about 50 acres. We are rated 5th in the state for best return on investment, and what that actually means is that basically you get more for your buck when you go to Cleary, just based on you being able to go into the field that you're looking for immediately. So you're able to pay for that education and then go immediately into a career right afterwards, and you'll be able to earn all that money that you spent on college faster. We do offer different sports as well, and then we are rated top rated online university in the United States. So we do have great online classes as well. Now, what makes us different is that Cleary University is a business school. So we strictly only focus on business-related programs. So anything from business management to corporate accounting to sports promotion and management / marketing. These are things that we focus on while we're here. So we do not offer the other programs, such as like the science-related programs like psychology or anatomy or anything like that. So those aren't things that we offer here. What makes that a little bit better if you're looking to go in the business field is that usually when you go to another college, you'll be taking prerequisite courses such as, again, anatomy, biology, chemistry. You'll have a couple different lab classes. You'll have to take a couple random courses such as like a music appreciation or something like that. Because those classes have absolutely nothing to do with business, you will not be taking those here. From day one, semester one, you'll be taking only courses that have to do with business. So actually your first 2 years, you'll be taking at least one course related to each one of these programs. That way you kind of start with that foundation that you don't really get anywhere else. So you get the background of what business actually is, and then you move into your actual program and start learning more in depth of what that is going to be. Now, the flexibility of that is that if, let's say, you decide that, hey, you know what, I thought I was interested in corporate finance, but it turns out that I'm really interested in business management, or I'm really interested in human resource management. You can change that program, and it's not going to penalize you to do that. The reason being is that all the courses that we give you ahead of time are setting you up so that you can move into each one of those programs. But the only one that's going to affect is if you decided that, let's say you wanted to go into public accounting. That is the only one out of all these programs that's a 5-year program instead of 4. The reason why it's a 5-year program is due to the fact that to become an accountant, you have to take what's called a CPA exam. That CPA exam is what allows you to be an accountant, and so that 5th year, we are actually prepping you for that big exam. So there is not going to be a way for you not to pass, because we have that whole 5th year to make sure you do pass. We also do offer master degree programs as well. Again, all those master degree programs are business related as well, such as the MBA or our Master of Science, which goes more towards leadership. Those programs, we do offer what's called a +1. So what that means is if you're looking to either finish your bachelor's or you're just entering the bachelor's degree program, what we can do is substitute some of those bachelor degree courses with master degree courses. And that will make it so that not only do you graduate faster, you will also graduate with 2 degrees instead of 1. And you'll be able to do that with less time, and it will be a little bit cheaper because you'll be using that undergrad program. Does anybody have any questions about that?
Actually, I do.
Yes.
So you're saying that students that come to Cleary, they don't take the first 2 years of general study courses. they go straight into a business program?
Correct. Yep. From day
Really?
one, yes. So from day one, they are strictly taking business courses. There are no random prerequisite courses that you'd be taking like you would take at like a community college or any other four-year university where you're taking their prerequisite courses and then you go into, let's say, your business courses or psychology courses or so on. Here we start day one, semester one. These are classes you're taking that are going towards that program.
Wow.
Yeah, and then again, if they want to, if they know that they want to expand for, further on than a bachelor's degree and they want a master's degree or anything in those terms, they can do that and we'll start setting them up. So come senior year, sometimes junior year, we can start substituting classes earlier so that they can graduate with a master's degree faster as well.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yes, it is very awesome, and it's very let's say it saves a lot of money. So I always recommend if someone wants to get into a master program, they highly go into that +1 program because it is cheaper in the long run and saves you time. Any other questions on that? No? All right. So to add on to what Cleary actually does and how we start off with the giving you business courses from the very beginning, we also have done a survey, and that survey had gone out to a lot of big businesses within Lansing, Ann Arbor, and Detroit. And what we did was we asked them what exactly was it that they were looking for when a student graduated. What was it that they wanted in that new employee, once they receive that application. And what we came back with is that every single one of them wanted one of the attributes that you see under the values here. So they wanted those students and those new employees to be good critical thinkers. They wanted them to be able to think outside the box. They wanted them to, know what ethics was. They wanted them to have good communication skills and want to be in a leadership position. So these are things that we also focus on all 4 years as well. So in each semester, we integrate one of these 8 attributes into your program so that not only do you know what those are and how that would associate into your career and the program that you're going into, but it's also going to be something that you're going to need. Let's say you graduate and you don't go exactly into the field you want, but that you're looking for, and because you change your mind, you can go into anything and nobody's going to get second guess if you have any of these attributes, because these are things that employers are looking for. They want to make sure that you're so well-rounded, and they're going to look for the most well-rounded person that they can for that position, and you're always going to be that person, because that's what we focus on all 4 years. So just because your first semester you focus on critical thinking doesn't mean that they're not going to mention critical thinking later on either. They will continue to mention all these attributes throughout the time that you're here. Anybody have any questions on that? So as you can see here, we do we do have all these different programs, but what we will do is show you what you can do with those programs. So let's say you were interested in business management. We will give you a handful of careers. So if you look over to the top left, it says business management. Around it are a handful of different careers you can do with that program. Same thing with sports promotion and management. These are a handful of different careers you can do with that program, and so on with all the others. So we give you, if you're unsure as to what you're interested in, we'll show you these. You can kind of look in those and see, what, maybe I could be interested in this, maybe I could be interested in this. And what we will do is, starting freshman year, is we'll start integrating you into internships. You will have at least 3 while you're here. Now, those internships could be paid internships, some are not. It all kind of depends on who that internship is with. However, let's say, again, you're interested in the sports promotion and management program and you're interested in human resources. We can get you an internship with both of those to make sure that you're actually going into the program that you want to go into. So we will give you all the options ahead of time. Now, with that being said, our career development department will be introduced to you again your very first semester. And what their job is to make sure after you graduate, you have a job. So that is their job, and it's a lifetime service. So after you graduate, it doesn't matter how long it's been. It could be 30 years, 15, 45, it does not matter. You call that career development department, and they're there to make sure that you find a job and you have someone to use to help you do that. So you could move out of a different state. Let's say you got laid off, or you just want a job change. You call them, and they're there to help you. So during that time that you're in school, they're trying to learn more about you, make sure they fit you into the correct internships, and make sure you're on the correct career path for what you actually want to do. So they're going to be working with you the whole time, building a resume, doing mock interviews, again, sending you into different internships, and making sure that you're looking and setting up a profile on LinkedIn. They'll show you how to use Indeed to look for jobs and those kind of things as well. So you're never going to be alone when it comes for the job search. So that's something that not all universities or colleges offer, but we offer it for a lifetime service. Now, regarding the process, so generally the process is going to be the same everywhere. However, what's going to happen is we highly recommend all students come to campus, kind of, come see it, schedule a tour. I know some colleges right now are not doing in-person tours. However, Cleary is doing in-person tours. We do scheduled tours, so and not everybody's coming at once. So if you'd like to see campus, you're more than welcome to come and schedule either an in-person or virtual. And then we highly recommend you fill out an application. Now, our application is free, so you do not have to pay for the application, and it takes approximately 5 minutes. And then we are test score optional. So for those students who require, SATs and ACTs, those are optional and then for those who have already taken college credits and those kind of things, we highly recommend that they send everything, any classes that they have taken at any college, they send those to us. And if you have both have a traditional student and a non-traditional student, both have different scholarship opportunities, but we will go based on your GPA. Now, for those who are high school students, we'll go on base whatever's higher, their their test scores, or their GPA. For those students who have already graduated high school and are continuing college, then we look at their GPA and their credits, and those different. We'll kind of ball those all together and go based on that, based on those for their scholarship. Now, we are currently in both aspects accepting pictures for transcripts. We know that right now it's hard to always get a hold of somebody. So if you have a screenshot or a picture of your transcript, we will accept those just to get the ball rolling. However, it will have to have your name, the name of the school, and your GPA on it. And then the last thing that we highly recommend is everybody complete their FAFSA. Now, you are not required to use the money that they tell you qualify for. We do not, you are not recommend. It is only recommended that you fill it out so you know exactly what you're going to get. So you know that, hey, I owe this amount of money, but I have this amount of money available to me in grant money, or I have this amount of money available to me in loans. You know that ahead of time, and that's what that is for, to let you know what it is that is available to you just in case. Any questions on the process? Now, there are admissions requirements, just like every other college. To get into Cleary, you need at least a 2.0 GPA. Now, again, we are SAT optional. So for those high school students, we do not require their test scores for them to be admitted. Again, you need at least a 2.0 GPA. If your GPA is under a 2.0, either as a high school student or a continuing student, what will happen is we will put you through what's called, basically it's called a bridge program. That bridge program will require you to take 2 classes over the summer. You have to pass those 2 classes, and once you pass those, we will put you in full time in the fall. Now, you will be on probation throughout that first semester just to make sure that you actually are following through, and you will be required to meet with your counselor weekly, your academic advisor weekly, to make sure that you are on track, make sure you're getting the help that you need, and then after that you can take as many courses as you would like. Now, let's say that you aren't able to take the summer program, then what would happen is we would just enroll you in full-time classes come fall, but again, you would be on probation and you would have to pass all those courses and also check in with your advisor every week to continue on. The to get into the master's program, you will need at least a 3.0. Again, if you do not meet that, then you will follow the same process as if you were doing undergrad. You go through the bridge program or be under probation for that first semester. We do we are part of the Michigan Transfer Agreement. So what that means is your first 30 credits will transfer to any college in the state of Michigan that is part of the Michigan Transfer Agreement. So it doesn't matter that we don't offer the anatomy, the biology, and all those things, because your first 30 credits here will transfer to anywhere, and vice versa. We will accept up to 90 credits from any university or any college, and 60 credits of military credit that will go towards your bachelor's degree. So that is something to where you will have at least 30 credits. If you, let's say, bring in 90, you'll have at least 30 credits that you will have to finish here depending on the program that you chose. Any questions about that? All right. Now, we do offer different, like I said, different scholarships. Scholarships will be based on GPA or test scores. They will range anywhere from $500 to $10,000, which will be renewable every year. We do offer housing scholarships based on your location. We do have those who are interested in playing a sport. We do have athletic scholarships, and then there are federal and state aid scholarships and grants that you can receive by filling out your FAFSA. Now, regarding our tuition and fees. So Cleary does something a little bit different as well, and what I mean by that is that we have what's called block tuition. And what that means is you're paying for 12 credits, which is full time, but you can take up to 18 and we will not charge you a penny more. So if you wanted to flex your schedule and have a heavier schedule one semester and a lighter schedule the next, you are more than welcome to do that. Or let's say you wanted a heavier schedule both semesters and you wanted to graduate a little bit early, you'll have the flexibility to do that too, and we will not charge you a penny more for those extra classes. We do have a technology fee. That technology fee is very important because it also includes all your books. So that fee that you're paying includes every single one of your books for all your classes, includes Microsoft Office, all the programs you'll need, especially for your accounting and finance courses. All those will be provided in that one fee, which is actually pretty amazing because I've actually personally myself bought a book for about $200. So that was just for one book. So $325 really isn't a lot if you think about it in the long run. Now, the student activity fee is $150. That goes towards the use of the Wellness Center, which is our recreation building, which has basketball. It has like life-size Jenga. There's board games in there as well. Workout equipment. All that is available to you. That also goes towards any big events on campus. And also you will have free admission to any games as well, which I will go over all the sports that we have. And then we have room and board. So we do have housing on campus. We have 2 different types of housing requirements. Now, the number that I want to make sure that you guys know is the number that you see here is not the actual number of what housing costs. The reason why I say that is because that number that you're seeing there is including our meal plan. So our meal plan is You get breakfast, lunch, and dinner throughout the week. Now, that breakfast, lunch, and dinner is all buffet style, so students are able to get as much as they want per every time they go in there for the meals, and then there's snacks in between as well. Now, that meal plan is $1,500 per semester, which equals out to be about $4 a meal for the whole year. And then based on where your location is and your scholarship for housing will base on how much that will be taken off of your actual room. So to live in the South apartments, it currently without any scholarships is $1,400 per semester. That includes water. You can do laundry for free. Includes heat and internet. Now, also the North apartments are $4,800 per semester. There's not much of a price difference between both, but it is first come, first serve. So the earlier you get your application in, the higher chance you get to live in one of the dorms that you'd like to live in. And then we do have our yearly one-time fees for those who fill out the housing application. And the enrollment deposit is a one-time fee for the freshman students. And what that is, it goes towards your tuition. So once you get your bill, you'll see $150 taken off. It's just letting me know for those freshman students who are in high school that they're looking to move forward. This is kind of one of the pictures of the dorms. So the dorm that you see in the background, that is the South apartments. And then in the corner is a picture of the North apartment kitchen. And then it has a walk-in pantry. And then it has a full living room with full bar stool seating. And over in this corner over on our left, there is also a built-in washer and dryer. I'll go into more detail here, I believe, on the next slide. Yep. So we have two types of apartments. We have on our left the South apartments. Both buildings are co-ed buildings. So everybody who lives in one of the apartments will be of the same sex, but their next door neighbors could be either or. Now, with the South apartments, they are set up to where there's two separate entrances. Students will walk into a hallway, which they will have beds, desks, dressers, closets, and then they will share a hallway here in the middle to where they will have a kitchenette, a enlarged bathroom. That kitchenette has sink, microwave, cabinet space, and then a mini fridge. The reason why this one is set up this way is that last year it was only meant for freshmen. However, this year has changed, and going forward, it will forever be first come, first serve. But it is also set up this way because normally there's for two reasons. One, for those who have no interest in cooking in the kitchen, and also for the reason that most students, when they first come in, not only is this South apartment a little bit cheaper, but it also is a different social style. So because there's no living room in the South apartment, it forces students to go out into the lobbies and communicate with each other and kind of involve themselves in activities. We do have 15 study rooms in that building. We have 7 on the third, 7 on the second, and 1 on the first. They're basically just large rooms with tables for students to go into and use that as, get some privacy or to study or to lay out and work on projects, because we do a lot of projects here as group projects. So those are available to them. And it does also have community washers and dryers on each floor. So there's 3 of each, but they are free. Students do not have to pay to do laundry while on campus. If we look over on the right, we do have our North apartments. Those North apartments have 1 entrance. Now that entrance leads into a full kitchen. That full kitchen has a stove, microwave, dishwasher, oven. It does have a walk-in pantry, built-in washer and dryer, like I said before. The living room itself comes with everything that you see, so it does come with furniture already. If students would like to add more furniture, they're more than welcome. And then each student will have themselves and a roommate on one side. They will have their own desks, dressers, and closets, and they will share their own bathroom. they'll have other 2 roommates on the other side who have the same items, and then they will share their own bathroom. Like I said, both buildings are co-ed, so everybody who lives in this apartment will be of the same sex, but their next door neighbors could be either or. Now, both buildings do have internet that is provided, so each student will have strong internet, and both buildings are heated and cooled as well. To get into these buildings, students will get a key card. You cannot get into these buildings unless you have one. So if you do not live on campus, you cannot enter in these buildings unless someone physically lets you in. So for security purposes, again, if you don't live here, you can't get in. So if you live in the north apartments, your key card will not open the south and vice versa. So there is no getting into any building without letting unless somebody physically lets you in there. We do have different clubs and organizations on campus. This year, DECA was one of our new ones. We do offer scholarships for students who want to be involved with these, but we go have anything from student government to a resident hall association, which is like an RA. So students can apply to be an RA come sophomore year. It is considered a job on campus, and students can get paid to do that. And with that being said, we do offer jobs all over campus. So students who are interested in getting a job on campus, we offer them different opportunities, and you can either take that payment as either income for yourself or have that go right towards your tuition. So you'll have an option for that as well. We do have a DECA program, a drama club. We do have a business fraternity on campus as well, which is called Delta Sigma Pi. And then we have the other 2 on here as well, Board of Athletic Teams, and then our National Society of Leadership, which is basically an honor society. These are a list of the different sports that we offer on campus. This upcoming fall, for fall 2021, we are working hard to get our basketball team started. So we might be having basketball come fall, but right now that is under discussion just due to working for a court as of right now, but that announcement will be made in the next couple months. But as of right now, we do offer all these different sports on campus, which there are scholarships available for those students who would like to play on those teams. And those scholarships are based on what the coach is willing to offer. So this here is all my information. In the chat box, I have shared a link with all of you called Cleary Connect. And what it is every month we update that link that I sent you so that you know exactly what is happening on campus, what had happened on campus, and what you missed last month. Any new events that will be coming up, any virtual videos will be on there, and anything that you need to know based on what I've said should be on there as well. If you guys have any questions after this or even later on, that is my email. I do respond to my email all the time. I work on the weekends as well. And that is my phone number. And then again, I have the QR code here if you guys would like to just fill out an inquiry form. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Yeah, Megan, now that we're in a pandemic, how has Cleary adjusted their learning program for students?
So we do have we do give, well, basically we give students an option. We do have a hybrid program to where students, where the class will be online, and then they will have a mandatory day during the week where students are able, if they want to come in physically, they can come in physically, or they will can have a mandatory virtual meeting with their professor during the week. Students will have the choice on which one they would like to attend. This last semester, we did have in-person classes, and the teachers separated their courses by meeting a couple days during the week. Only half of their students were able to come this day. Other half of the students were able to come the second day, and they get to choose which ones they get to come to. But we have been able to very successfully take all of our classes and put them online. But we do offer those who have a harder time doing online the option to come in. So we make sure that those hybrid courses are put in there so that there's a day during the week where they can physically come in and get the help they need if they're struggling or they learn better in person. They are able to come in and meet with that professor during the week.
Good deal. And you were speaking of students struggling. So you do provide tutoring for students that have difficulty?
Yes, we do offer free tutoring. Yep, students will have basically those students who need the tutoring are going to be tutored by students who have excelled in those courses or by professors. They will be able to meet in our resource or library, or if they cannot make it there, they will do it this way. They will do it over Zoom as well. But they will have free tutoring available to them.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions?
I had a question. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
Thank you for the presentation. The fees that you laid out, is that the same for students that are not Michigan residents, or does it vary?
No, it's the same for everybody.
Oh, okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we don't have an out of state tuition or anything like that. It's the same for everyone.
I wanted to ask you to clarify what you were saying with regards to students applying for FAFSA and the Pell Grant. I'm not sure if I heard correctly, but I thought I heard you say that students that would apply for it is just like a formality type thing and that they would not actually use the grant money. Is that correct?
Well, no, not technically. So basically what I'm saying is so we require students to fill out the FAFSA. They are not required to use what is offered to them. Not all students want to. Like some students feel especially like the loans. Some students, yes, automatically they see that they have free money and they will use it, but some don't actually want to fill out the FAFSA at all. And the reason why they don't want to fill it out is because they know that their parents could make too much money and they know they won't qualify for anything. So we tell students anyways, hey, you really need to fill this out, because even if you know that, let's say mom and dad make too much money and you won't qualify for any free money, such as grants, you need to know what kind of loans and stuff are available to you if you need that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because not every student's going to qualify for grant money. So if those of you who are unaware, when your student fills out their FAFSA, it's going to be off their parents' income until they're 23. Once they turn 23, it will be based on their income. So if mom and dad both make too much money, there might not be free grants or anything like that will be received, and they might just have only loans available to them. Other students will have both, or those kind of things, or how much money it is, all depends on the student. So it's always going to be different, but we tell, because I get questions all the time from parents saying, well, I know we won't qualify for this, do we even have to fill it out? Yes, we require you to fill it out just so you know what's available to you, but it's not mandatory for them to use it. So it's their choice, but we require them to fill it out.
And you do offer some in-house scholarships for students.
Yes, so a lot of these scholarships can be found on the website, but we do offer scholarships, academic scholarships, which are automatic. Those we offer those immediately based on the student's GPA or test scores, whichever is higher. And then other scholarships students can apply for. We do have a scholarship for DECA if a student's interested in doing that, which is one of our clubs. That's an automatic $2,500. And then again, other scholarships students are able to qualify for just by filling out the applications.
Good deal. You guys have any other questions? All right, then we're going to wrap this up. Megan, thank you again for joining us today. We appreciate all of the good information. You guys have really awesome program, and I was not aware that you eliminated the general studies portion of the bachelor's degree, and it's strictly focused for that business major. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I mean, personally, for myself, I mean, I've seen many students who gone in there, and I mean, it's very, if you, especially if you go into a program and let's say you're going into business, you know, you're not going to probably do very well in those science courses because you weren't interested in them to begin with.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
now
yeah,
that you're taking, you know, students do very, very well here just due to the fact that they're taking courses that they want to be taking.
yeah, yeah. That's really awesome. And again, we thank you for coming out. We
Thank
thank
you.
everybody for joining us today. And if you need to reach out to me, my number is 586. Oh, what is my number? 8420-558. And my extension is 312. Or my email is tonic@atsedu.net. Thanks again, everybody, for joining me today on College and Career Pathways. And have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Thank
Hi,
you.
thank you.